Coming up on Mountain News this morning, some small cities in our region might be seeing a big change in their identities in the future, and the city of Hazard issues an ordinance that could affect the upcoming election season.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. It's 5:32 on this Wednesday morning. We are halfway through the week. I'm Dakota Makris. Good morning to you. Let's take it over to Brandon for a look at our forecast. All calm right now, heading out the door. And again, Brandon, like I said yesterday, I was such in a rush to get out the door that I didn't pay attention to the temperature outside.
Exactly. Now, I do want to check something real fast here, Dakota. I'm going to grab my phone for just a second because I want to tell you the contrast between my house and here in Hazard. Okay. Here in Hazard, it is 45. At my house, my weather station says 28.8. And I was noticing driving toward Hazard, the temperature was actually going up. So that's the difference there between a sheltered valley and the actual city sensor up at the airport here at Wendell Ford. So let's take a look and see what's going on across the rest of the region. 50 in Somerset, 45 London, Hazard, Pikeville, Logan, and Williamsburg. 32 though in Jonesville, 28 Middlesboro, and 27 in Ashland. So a big range of temperatures, some colder pockets of air. But the warm air is coming in. It's going to warm us up pretty quickly as we head into the 40s, mid-40s there by 9 o'clock. That wind advisory will kick in for most of the region. We're into the mid-60s by this afternoon. 66 the forecast high. Sunrise at 7:21, sunset at 6:14. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you so much. Well, a man is sentenced to 60 years in prison after police say he started a fire. He killed a person and injured another. Earlier this year, Jerry Walker pleaded guilty to first-degree arson and second-degree murder in Kanawha County, West Virginia. Walker is accused of starting a fire at a home in April of 2020. The fire sent 2 people to the hospital. Eric White died at the hospital due to injuries he sustained in the fire. Walker admitted to setting the fire, but said that he did not mean to hurt anyone. A skull found after flooding last year in Clay County has finally been identified. Well, the coroner's office identified the skull found as that of 21-year-old Michaela Collett of Leslie County, who went missing in October 2020. It was one of the 2 skulls found in Clay County following last year's March floods, which were sent for rapid DNA testing. It's unknown how Collett died. No other details are available at this time. And in Pike County, the sheriff's office posted on its Facebook page about needing your help identifying the woman on your screen. Now, they did not say why. If you have any information on who she might be, you are asked to call police. Well, Laurel County deputies are asking for your help in finding a missing teenager. Well, take a look at your screen. This is 17-year-old Brandy Fields. Brandy was last seen on February 10th. She was wearing a black shirt, blue jeans, and Crocs. If you know of any information, you are asked to call police. Well, a bill that would make it a crime to intimidate a sports official passed the Kentucky House yesterday. House Bill 220 passed overwhelmingly and will now head to the Senate. It would create the crime of intimidation of a sports official, which would be a Class A misdemeanor. And Eastern Kentucky is known for its small towns, but some of those towns are facing a financial problem, which leaves them with a tough choice. One Senate bill is meant to make that choice a little easier. Our Zach Hawk has more on the bill and the people it is trying to help.
Many people who have called Vico and Perry County home hold a lot of pride for the small city.
This is where I came from, and all the people that was born and raised here, you know, we have a real big sense of community, just like everyone else in Perry County.
But come 2023, Vico and similar cities might no longer be cities. However, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
The residents of Vico, they're still being charged a tax on their insurance, but that money is just sitting in a pot and can't be spent by anyone.
City tax revenue can only be spent by certain local government officials. So if you do not have anyone who wants that position, the money sits. Senate Bill 106 aims to address that problem.
Not only is Vico being looked at, but several other small towns across Kentucky is being looked at to have this one-time issue to make dissolving simple.
Whether Vico is able to dissolve or not, people find hope in the future and pride in the past.
I feel hopeful for, especially thanks to the judge, for Perry County's future, and Vico is part of Perry County.
A lot of coal's been mined out of here. A lot of things to help prosper America has come right out of Vico. And so, you know, it's sad that we see that, but times change. Things sometimes change.
Perry County officials added that they are ready to help this well-known mountain community any way they can. In Vico, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, Senate Bill 106 is sponsored by Senator Robbie Mills of District 4 in Western Kentucky. The Senate version of the bill passed the chamber unanimously on February 9th amid his waiting consideration by a committee in the House. Well, political season is on the horizon here in the Commonwealth as the primary election is about 3 months away, but you may notice a lack of political signs here in Hazard. Well, that is because the Hazard city government has an ordinance against non-permanent advertising. That means no commercial or political advertisement can be posted on city property. So whether you are running for Senate or having a garage sale, any advertising can only be on personal property.
Nobody wants to come into town and see 500 advertising or political signs. We're not trying to affect any kind of elections or any of that stuff, but we just don't want them to be on the right of way.
Well, this matches the statewide rule for all state roads and right-of-ways. You can be fined $100 for each sign found posted within city limits. State and local leaders called it an exciting day for Morgan and Menifee counties. Governor Andy Beshear announced funding for those two counties on Tuesday. Local leaders received funding to improve sewer lines in their counties and cities, along with improving sanitation districts like adding new pump stations. The governor announced 18 discretionary grants for Morgan County to resurface roads.
We will put that grant money to use to improve our infrastructure, and not only improve the infrastructure, but also improves the quality of water and services to our people and also promote economic development.
Well, those 18 discretionary grants awarded to Morgan County totaled more than $700,000. A bridge in Estill County connecting Kentucky 52 to Irvine over the Kentucky River has temporarily reopened. Crews closed the bridge last November for repairs. Work was supposed to finish up at the beginning of the year, but bad weather delayed it. Crews still need to paint the bridge. Well, we don't have a start date for that just yet. The Transportation Cabinet says when the work does begin, the bridge is expected to be closed again for 3 months. The Kentucky 499 bridge will serve as the detour. The Appalachian Arts and Entertainment Awards will hit the stage soon at the Mountain Arts Center in Prestonsburg. The second awards show will highlight artists, makers, and musicians from the Appalachian region. And the top 3 nominees for each category were announced yesterday. 9 states were represented in this year's list of nominees. And the mission of the awards show has spread far past the mountain range.
We've got presenters that are coming this year that are flying in from LA, flying in from New York. They're flying in from everywhere to be here to show that even they understand the credibility and the wonderful talent that is in the beautiful mountains of Appalachia.
Organizers say they are excited to see the event take place in person this year, and tickets are still available. Just ahead this morning, a popular horror series is set to become a trilogy, spelling good news for some fans of the genre.
Oh, we will see one more dry and mild day ahead. Big changes are coming, and those changes include chances for severe weather. I'll track it out for you in about 3 minutes.